I'm Sam Knox, an Assistant Executive Director at the IHSA. This video explains a new policy that requires varsity head coaches to rate their contest officials. As I said, IHSA Policy 41 is new for the 24-25 school year. The Board of Directors approved the language in June of 2024 following a recommendation from a committee that examined the assigning process for postseason officials. The policy requires varsity head coaches to rate their officials. It also establishes consequences for coaches who don't meet minimum requirements. The 24-25 school year is a pilot year which allows IHSA staff to educate administrators and coaches about the policy's details. Policy 41 outlines the minimum number of officials ratings a head coach is required to submit. The policy also provides a date by which the ratings are due. The number of required ratings will increase every 2 years until we eventually reach a minimum of 80%. See page 133 in the IHSA handbook for more information. Varsity head coaches are required to rate officials in these sports: schools that don't play enough contests to allow their coach to submit the required minimum number of ratings are able to request a waiver from the requirements. In these situations, a school administrator must contact the IHSA sport administrator at least 1 week prior to the deadline. The policy also details the consequences for coaches who don't submit the minimum number of required ratings. Starting in the 25-26 school year, the first year a coach does not submit the required ratings, the coach is put on notice. The second consecutive year this happens, the coach is suspended for the first round of the IHSA State Series. If this happens a third consecutive year, the coach is suspended for the entire IHSA State Series or until the coach submits the required number of ratings. If a coach was on notice or suspended and the school changes head coaches, the new coach will start from scratch regarding the consequences. The same thing happens if a coach who was on notice or suspended at school A then takes a new head coaching job at school B. The coach will start with a clean slate at the new school. Coaches can submit ratings in 2 different ways. Log into the IHSA Schools Center, click Sport and Activity Tracker, and follow the steps from there. Or click the link in an automated email the coach receives the day after a contest. This is a sample email a coach might receive from the IHSA office. The coach can simply click the link to submit a rating for the official. The email is an attempt to make rating submissions easier for coaches, but that email depends on the official. If an official indicates he or she is assigned to that contest, the coach will receive an automated email. If an official does not indicate he or she was assigned to that contest, the coach must still submit a rating, but the coach will need to log into the school center to submit the rating in the more traditional way. Officials should always provide their name and IHSA ID number to the coaches prior to the game. School administrators can monitor their coaches' progress in the school center. The Rating of Officials column tells the principal, AD, and coach how many ratings the coach has submitted. Coaches are required to meet the minimum number of ratings by the deadlines in Policy 41. Remember that the 24-25 school year is a pilot year to educate coaches about the new policy and to encourage them to make rating officials a part of their routine after every contest. Please contact the IHSA office with questions. Best wishes to your teams this season.